Really welcome, Creative Beauties. I am Bia. I'm an illustrator. I did a lot of art travel, journaling, and urban sketching last year. So, this is going to be a sketchbook tour of my 2024 art journals. Last December 2023, I actually purchased this Daler-Rowney artist sketchbook in A6 size here at Fully Booked. I think I got this around 679 pesos, and my intention was really to use it as my primary art journal where I would do all my urban sketching artworks, illustrations for 2024 travel. However, I realized that I never really finished any of my journals, so I went back to my Potentate watercolor journal that I got from Shopee for around 350 or 300 pesos and finish off the pages before moving on with the Daler-Rowney sketchbook. So if you would see, this is the square size at 300 GSM. It's a bit smaller in terms of length, but wider in terms of the width, but both are really handy and pocket size, I guess. The tour is going to be in chronological order, so let's do the Daler-Rowney first. My very first entry was when we visited at Severo's Cafe in Lumbia, and in the same month of January 2024, we also went to the Nagat Islands for work. We stayed at Bentolan Resort Municipality of Tubahon, and in one of my commutes to work here in CDO, I sketched the Gran Europa Welcome Rotunda while waiting for the bus to arrive. So just a quick flip through of my 2023 entries. Yes, 2023 because I used this before 2024. Most of my sketches back then were during my first international trip since the pandemic. I went to Bali, Indonesia for work, and it was actually my trigger point or the catalyst of my present day urban sketching and art journaling travel journal saga. Did that make sense? I think that's redundant. So this is actually where the 2024 entries started. Looking back, most of these sketches are really during the in-between work travels that I did. So this is my first solo work trip. Went to Nueva Vizcaya, and I had mixed emotions back then. I was excited because of traveling, but also very nervous because of the responsibilities that I had to carry with me. And most of my journal entries were the food I ate and the locations I went to. And I noticed that I actually just add the location but not the date. And if you're a purist of urban sketching, you would know what that meant. Now this page is actually from the mid-year assessment we did in Claveria, Misamis Oriental. We stayed at Sandville, and they had this cute, quirky ceramic planter and the cute candle. I also painted the mug of my sikwate or my hot chocolate. So yeah, and these are another set of illustrations from the said trip before we went back to Cagayan de Oro. This one. This one is special. It's my first TikTok video. This is the City Museum located at Gaston Park in Cagayan de Oro City. It's a water reservoir. It used to be. So this is a light post in Gran Europa Chapel. This portion here is the centerpiece at Disadeco restaurant in Nueva Vizcaya, and this is also in Nueva Vizcaya. It's a building near the Santo Domingo Cathedral. And after that Earth Day Mass, we also went to Mrs. Baker for some snacks and yeah, my clean canteen. Now this is when we went back to Manila. We dropped by Cup of Stories because it was recommended and I had hot chocolate or sikwate. The next page is this one is when we visited my parents in Claveria Misamis Oriental. It was inspired by the sunset there, which was really nice. This one is in Malaybalay, Bukidnon during one of my work trips. And this one. This is actually the one that really blew up on Facebook. So I visited Bean Park Cafe, and mostly food illustrations of the centerpiece vase and the food I ate. I particularly loved the egg drop, and this time I did the lemonade instead of coffee. And this one, I'm not really proud of this page. It was supposed to be the starters of the potato that we had during one of our work lunches. The last page is I wanted to eat I guess Turks, but then they had no spot to stay in, so I ended up at Krusty Subs, which was really a good sandwich, and I just did urban sketching. That is the last page of my Potentate watercolor journal. It has pockets. Yeah. So that is the end of the Potentate sketchbook tour. Now let's go back to the Daler-Rowney sketchbook tour. The first couple of pages here actually started in September. Is it September? Yes, it is September. That's a granular one. And notice that I already added dates because I wanted to embrace the principles of urban sketching. And this is a perspective study. In the beginning of my cafe journaling, I did this at Apostrophe Cafe. The place was really very nice. This is at Lagindingan Airport, Seattle's best, and this is the food. These are the food that I ate. Lemon bar, I had water, and then hot coffee, I think. Yeah. And in one of my work lunches, I squeezed in visiting one Thai near the place where I stayed, and I had a good time eating the sukiyaki and the blueberry blended one. So the place was really luxurious. This is where I squeeze in urban sketching. I pushed myself. I passed by a golden busabok on my way to my pre-departure gate. Busabok is said to be a square-based, open-sided structure intended as a throne for the monarch or enshrinement of Buddha and other sacred deities. So I don't know much, but I added that. So we did a closeout conference in Cebu, and we had a mountain tour. One of the sites that was Temple of Leia, and I had to squeeze in some urban sketching. Now this one is in Milestone Coffee back in CDO. I did a lot of written documentation work here. So cafe journaling also, because the latte art was really nice. In November, I had a conference again. This time it's in Chali. It has Bai coffee shop. I had the gamay drink, and I had the churros at my churros cafe. It was really nice. We love it. Welcome to the unfinished page, part 1. I might not finish this one. This is a lantern near Makotec at Gaston Park. This is a McDonald's number 10. In November, I had Biscoff Latte during our I think client meeting. It's a collaboration art project at Habit Cafe. This is during my work trip in Cotabato City, and I had dinner at Overdose Cafe. I had the chicken truffle pasta, and then I had the blended blueberry drink. It was so good, I had it twice, and I also tried the pastries, but I didn't paint it. Then I went back to CDO, had a court visit, and we dropped by the husband and wife Uptown branch. I had the hot cappuccino. Then Bean Park Cafe has an Uptown branch, and it was said to be pet friendly, so we did visit there. I was not really happy with the spicy fettuccine, but the egg drop was really good still, and I had the kiwi lemonade. This is one of my to-do lists before the end of the year. I visited Cagayan Coffee Cartel. I had the vanilla sweet cream and the cartel chocolate. This was actually the venue of my first art exhibit, so it was really close to my heart. Now, we also visited my parents again before December ends. So these are the mugs of the coffee mugs that I used during our visit. So still really cute. We are down to the last stage. This is in Pasig. This was the one and only attempt to make an art journal spread during our Christmas vacation with my fiance's family. I intended to make another spread with my family during the new year, but there's so much memories. I will dedicate a separate memory keeping art journal for that 2024 holidays. So stay tuned, be updated. See you on that video. Now that is it for the 2024 sketchbook tour. I still have a lot of pages to finish this year. And have a great week. Happy New Year. Bye.